imminent. Yet Yudhishthira wants peace. So he deputes Krishna and says, Krishna, last chance, go and ask them. Why don't you go to Kauravas and make a deal for peace? Unlike the two emissaries who went to Sri Lanka and saw some cricket match and came back, Krishna was a honest peace broker, so he went there. He started negotiating whole Rajyam. Duryodhana said no, then 50%, then 33%, 25%. Finally, it came to a pass where he asked for 5 villages. For Panchabandavas, he asked for 5 villages. Duryodhana says, nothing doing, not even a needle head of territory. Likewise, SEBI asks UBS, give me the complete list. No sir, will not give. Give me 50%. No sir, will not give. Please give me the top 5 investors of those who sold the shares. I will not give. Because I have got a confidentiality agreement with my clients, I will not give. Look at it. What did the answer? How were the answers? You see this. This is very funny. Professor, you can take this. These are very funny answers. They say, my large investors are a USA-based global fund of funds organization, a major northeastern USA university, a major southwestern USA university, a European bank and investment organization, a European-based fund of funds organization. Name, please give me the names, addresses. Who are the top 5 shareholders? Who are the top 5 investors? Please give me these. Very simple. This is how it is. It is like saying one tall, handsome lawyer from Shivaganga who wears dhoti only and speaks in good English, whose English is mistaken as economics by people. So, you don't tell the answer straightforward. Who is he? You don't tell. You do it roundabout. So, in this way, it was going on dilly-dallying for almost close to 6 months. Then the defense taken was, like what you would do if you walk across the road to State Bank of India in Mandavalipakam and open a bank account. You are asked KYC norms, meaning your photographs have to be given, your address has to be given, passport details have to be given, your ration card has to be given, virtually your genealogy has to be given, your father's genetic record has to be given, so many things has to be given to a bank to operate for 5,000 rupees. Goldman Sachs says, I don't understand what is KYC. What is this KYC, sir? I don't understand. Goldman Sachs is not Kupusamy and Kandasamy accountant. It operates in 140 countries. It is one of the biggest, United Bank of Switzerland is one of the biggest bank. So it is not a potikade not to know KYC norms. And the biggest joke was, they said KYC norms is not defined anywhere in SEBI Act. It is like GN taking a defense for his assessee and telling Income Tax Act does not define the word name. So I cannot give the name of the assessee. Can we do that, sir? Name, you cannot define in an act. Name is a name. Everybody knows it. You cannot define A, D, AF and. This is how the defense was taken. And SEBI was very right in banning UBS for 1 year. This was the biggest case in the history of SEBI, and in view of the regulatory issues involved, this was one of the landmark cases, and in direct proportion to the seriousness involved, there was a silence by the professionals. Nobody discussed it. Nobody wanted to discuss it. It is like an income tax officer asking the name of the debtors and creditors of a particular assessee. We have to furnish it. We cannot say we are sorry, we will not give you. And if we say we are sorry, we will not give you, it will be taxed as unexplained income, unexplained expenditure, and so on and so forth under the Income Tax Act. So it is a very simple proposition. When a regulator, he is not asking for anything else. The regulator is asking for the names who sold the shares on a particular day. No way we will give. And this was the plea that was taken by UBS in the appellate tribunal, which is the higher body. And the SAT gave a stay on the SEBI's order, and UBS was asked to continue as an FII and did all sorts of trading from 2005. Cut to 2009 February. On that day, in February 2009, Supreme Court has settled this matter between UBS and SEBI by a payment of 50 lakh rupees. The same UBS has paid 800 billion, sir. 800 billion as fine to IRS and has given all the details. When IRS asked for it, they did not wait even for the weekend. They gave it immediately because they did not want somebody to go to the court and stall it. And they paid $800 million as fines. In this country, not only you got away with all the fines and penalties, you paid some small dakshina and came out. We may not be exactly a banana republic as what Professor said, but very close to one. This is the state of affairs. Second, another case came, and this is again we have to turn the clock back to 2003. 2003 SEBI, after this KPC report of Ketan Parekh was out, it brought out stringent regulations. And it told all the FIS, look, you are misusing this route of PNs. I will not allow this. So I will ask you to give me month-wise the details where you have given these PNs. Where did you place the PNs? Whom you have issued the PNs? Every month you report to me. You know, there is something very funny. The case is called the Goldman Sachs case. And the defense taken by Goldman Sachs was, it has to reply in the wordings that we undertake that we have not issued any of the offshore derivative instruments, namely participatory notes, directly or indirectly from Indian residents, NRIs, PIO, OCBs during the statement period. It said, to the best of my knowledge and belief, all sorts of, circulatory language that we chartered accountant use in our audit report. Immediately, SEBI frowned on it. SEBI said, you have no business changing what I want. And as a regulator, I want this particular undertaking in this particular wordings. Either you give it or you say you are not able to give it. If you are not able to give it, face the consequences. The consequences are 1 crore rupee fine. Immediately they go on an appeal. The Securities Appellate Tribunal. They say SEBI does not have the power to do it in the first place. SEBI cannot even ask for these details. Why is SEBI interested in all these details? Let them file something, you file it in your cupboard, keep it. No questions asked. Why unnecessarily probe and say this wording, that wording? So the issue was that Securities Appellate Tribunal changed the decision of SEBI and instead asked SEBI to pay 1 lakh rupee fine to Goldman Sachs. Victim becoming accused, accused becoming victim. Now this case will go to Supreme Court. Let us say what happens. Meanwhile, this happened in May 2008. At that time, by divine providence, one political leader from Chennai started raising this issue in a very big way. And the then finance minister poo-poohed it. He said, we have got all the details about PNs, don't worry, you don't know economics. A politician, usually when you say you don't know, they get very berserk, they go berserk. This politician happens to be a lady. I don't want to reveal names. This lady asked him, if you are so confident that you have got all the details, then how is it that in Goldman Sachs, SEBI itself says there is no, Goldman Sachs, the SAT says there is no requirement to collect the information in the first place. There is no regulation in the first place. No answer, no reply after that. Up till then the assertion was we have got PNs under our control. And if you go through some of the articles which Professor has written and I have written, the PNs were valued at around 35,000 crore rupees when this government came to power. Last year they are estimated to be at around 350,000 crores. 10 times they have increased. Whose money is this? Nobody knows. And not only this, there was after the judgment in the UBS case, there was an expert committee consisting of top